Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Lee. We back up in this bad boy for another great season of the Playcall Sheet. Football season is. You smell it? It's here, baby. Let's get these bad boys up in here, man. We got the crew up in here tonight. They energetic like your boy. We crunk. It's gridiron time. Let's get ready to do it. Let's get my man up in here, fellow Cowboy fan from the Northeast. My man, Middle White.
Yeah! How about them Cowboys, baby? We hitting the season in. We gonna have 3 days this season. We gonna have alcohol, grass, and ass. Football season is back on. And the play call sheet we here is Monday night. You know how we roll in season 4. If y'all ain't been on this, you better get on it right now. About to complete the triangle if y'all don't know. Also from the Northeast, the South Side, though, my guy, Chele William, we call him Bill Belichick in here, but he got a sweater on tonight, so he matches the description really well. What's going on, my guy?
Man. What's going on? It's not even 5 minutes. I already hear some Cowboy shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely, baby.
Cut it out.
How about them Cowboys?
I'm not doing another year of this.
It's gonna be a million years of this. A million.
What's good, fellas, man? How y'all doing today?
Stop. We don't quit.
Yeah, boy, baby. Let's go. How we do it on here?
Killing me, man.
So how y'all day been, man?
It's cool, man. You know how I go. I'm back to work grinding. You know what I mean? I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired, but I'm hyped. Don't worry.
So I got a question for you, man. It's it's football season, so this shit's talking starts early.
Yeah, it does.
So
it's good, Bobby. It's good, Jake.
You already got your Zeke jersey yet?
All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. He probably gonna have some whack ass number.
Zeke
I think 21's taken, so you're gonna get some whack number. I don't want that.
Zeke's in the Zeke
He probably gonna wear
yesterday.
I tell you this, I'll get a Zeke quicker than I get a Mac jersey.
Oh man, why you gonna do that?
Because it's probably gonna last longer.
Jersey ain't too, man. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to the guys on so far, man. Ladies too, man. Don't think this show ain't for you. Come through, everybody, man. Football season, as we said, is coming up, man. So we've been out for a long time. So that means we have tons of news, and we shouldn't disappoint you guys, coming up, the very first day of the football season. Though the Hall of Fame game is Thursday, that's a fill-out game for the guys that may not make the roster. Couple guys that make the roster, things of that nature. You won't see the big-time guys playing, though. But shout out to the NFL for at least in some capacity being back. Whole bunch of news this season, man. We're going to tap through, hopefully, each and every single thing. Even if it takes us to week 1, we got y'all.
Even if it takes a bunch of lists.
Ooh, got a Jet fan up in this bad boy. What's up?
That's right. Yeah, that's Jake's brother. He was on the show before. I think he joined us. Right. He joined us for the draft, one of their picks, man.
He did.
What up, Joey?
Jets, baby.
Also, we all just gotta feel bad for him. He a Jets fan, but they gonna be good now. So, but he had to struggle all this time. Now he got a real team.
I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers coming out like Will Smith, man. Better keep my coach's name out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? It might be some fire.
Yeah. All Aaron didn't do was slap somebody. Like he really did the whole thing. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Hey, yo, you know what he did? You know what he didn't do that shit? He didn't do that shit for Mike McCarthy. That's for damn sure.
Oh, nah. We already knew this.
He never do that shit for that man.
We out here throwing shots early in that time.
Football season.
We do the draft at y'all. We got to live through free agency. Got to live through some of the early news. But, and obviously you had QBs and other guys, get primetime extensions. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Lamar. Shout out to Justin Herbert. Shout out to a plethora of guys, getting that money.
You see this? Damn, Joey, how many players you want, man? That team's already stacked, bro.
Hey, he wants a title. He wants a title. And he's probably been bleeding for it for a long time, just like me. And I don't hope you win one. Hey, I hope you can compete for one, but I don't hope you win.
He needs to learn from y'all Cowboys. Y'all can't buy championships, man.
No, they can't buy championships.
Y'all can't either. Y'all can't either.
Hey, you gotta let everybody else have a fair chance. We can't be doing it all the time.
Thank you for the 30, 40 years. We appreciate that. But yeah, man, I hope Brees gets back healthy. Brees is a problem, and I want to see him get back. It actually probably would be nice for the Jets to go grab Dalvin. In the meantime, to hold over till you get Brees, and then you don't got to rush Brees back. Man, we're down our field. One of our goons, man. What happened? He good.
We lost the way he did say.
Yeah, he was having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, but you know what? Cowboy Nation still in this mofo, though. We still can do this, man.
Apple's on his back like I want my money, Smokey.
So Jake says, sign and trade Dalvin to the Raiders for Devontae Adams. It works since Jacobs ain't playing. Dalvin, who wants to go to Vegas? Unless you just want to go to gamble.
I mean,
and for the other extracurricular activities.
all I'm saying is, at this point, if you're Dalvin, fuck it, right? Like, just go to at this point, you might as well, if you're gonna be on a shit team, you might as well be in Vegas. Like,
so let me ask you this: you and your Patriots, in the Bill Belichick phase. First of all, how many more years you give Bill at the helm?
How many I give him is different than what the rest of the fans are ready to give him. The fans are ready to hang this man like publicly. So a lot of the fans are done with him. I'm not. I know there's
he did for the organization.
To be fair, look, yes, but here's the thing. Right after all that stopped, he did a few things that looked really bad, and now everybody just says, "Well, it was all Tom." So he's made some.
You can't discount a man like that.
I agree.
You know what? I'm speaking to y'all from a Cowboy fan. Enjoy what you got. Don't think that shit gets easy.
It don't.
A lot of y'all Patriots fans, y'all forgot where you was at before he got there.
And then everybody, Brady. Brady. Oh, I I know everybody just like Gerard Mayo, can't wait. And I'm just like, yo, be careful what y'all wish for, man. Because y'all think Tom Brady's shoes was hard to fill? Like Bill's shoes is gonna be just as hard, if not harder, because he controls more. He does more.
That's true.
But yeah, he's made some. I think the single thing that is unforgivable, which I kind of I get kind of why he did it, but I can't really explain it. Was Patricia at defensive coordinator? I mean, at offensive coordinator. Like putting Patricia at off OC. That's wild crazy, especially when you got a young rookie quarterback.
What's going on? Somebody changing something in the background.
my man is out here. My man's hitting switches, and we don't even. Who's hitting switches?
Oh man.
You got we're gonna get okay, we're good. We're back. Wait, but that's tap out. Somebody playing games. Oh, you can tell it's the first
preseason.
Season. Yeah.
The wheels falling off.
We out here.
Nah, man, they messing with me. Hey, yo, what I say? What did I say? Media that got me hacked off. Got exactly what happened, man. I just wanted to get into our topic tonight, the opening topic. You know, I apologize, everybody, for the delay. But let's get started, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We spoke on, things have happened, towards today. And one specific thing, to a specific position has been highlighted, noted, discussed, and now the crew here discusses tonight. The state of the running back position. Now, we know for a fact that the running backs, they do their thing in short time, and then teams are looking to let them go. Teams are looking not to pay them. Teams are basically letting you know that they can go get somebody younger to do your job. We've seen tons of tandems in the NFL with teams that have 1, 2, or 3 running backs. You don't really have your heavy loaders anymore. The average running back salary is around $1.79 million. The fifth lowest value, with long snapper earning the least with $1 million. Highest paid running back in the game is Christian McCaffrey with $16 million. Alvin Kamara reached that with 15. And it's been devastating. We've seen a couple situations this season with Saquon Barkley. Basically said, I don't want your change, and then took $2 extra million. I think he realized real quick what that market looked like, and he was like, okay, never mind, I'm sorry. This was his sorry for 2004. Yeah, he got hit real quick. You got Josh Jacobs from the Las Vegas Raiders, who I feel in his Raiders career has been very up and down, but this situation kind of the same. He produced a lot last year, and he's trying to get Krim to the table. He's the only one's case that I actually think he deserves to get his bag more than some of the others, because I know he had some down years, but some of them down years they had a shit ass offense too. Like it wasn't like they put out a great team out there, and then the minute they really started feeding him, he ate like a fat kid last year, and then also you gotta look around like, dog, your team's whack, so you might as well pay the best player y'all got. Yes, absolutely. Then you had Austin Eckler earlier as the season was ending in a dispute trying to get more money from the Chargers, and the Chargers absolutely was not biting. And I'm shocked that Austin even went to that throttle after the whole Melvin Gordon debacle. It's kind of like where the family tree grows. Obviously you've done some things, but to go ask a team like the Chargers to go you up, where they basically saying we can go find somebody, and a lot of teams are saying we can go find somebody. Ultimately, it kind of goes to me, it kind of says some teams may want you and a lot of teams ain't going to want you as a guy that's going to get paid that much, man. It's crazy. Eckler has the numbers to get as big a bag as you probably should get for a running back. The problem is that he's small, and I don't know if you can point at any one stat and prove that it's not a system situation, that it's not happening because of the system, as opposed to him just being that good. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it goes down with a lot of running backs. Kareem Hunt, a guy that can be solid on a lot of teams as the second guy, wasn't re-signed by the Browns after his contract expired. You got Ezekiel Elliott, who's working out. We mentioned earlier with the Patriots. Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook, who people say, for instance, Jake was putting on the top 5 list of NFL running backs. This guy can't even get top 5 money right now. He can't even get below 5 money right now.
We tried to tell him, man.
And they were released by the respective franchises to create salary cap space. Like, forget the running backs, forget y'all. We're going to clear our cap. None of the 4 have signed anywhere since. And it's a crazy reality, but we really hitting the turns where a strike sitting out, but that doesn't really work because, like we just mentioned, there's other guys that can fill that void. So there's nothing that the running backs really can do in the aspect, but go back to the table and chat and try to get something. And another thing that kind of messes it up, guys like Deebo Samuel and other guys that the quarterback may give the ball to that's in the backfield, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of different other things happen on the field as well. The quarterbacks are a lot more mobile nowadays, where there's a lot of spread. Mm-hmm. And the running back's kind of like a decoy, aka blocker, you know? Maybe if you're a good blocker, you can kind of get that money that McCaffrey and
I mean, Zeke, the best blocker back in the league. My man's still looking for a job, so
right.
It's tough.
That mighty yard. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Jake said the running backs of the divas in the league, they're not. They work hard. They get beat up. So yeah, wide receivers and corners, divas.
Wide receivers and corners are definitely the divas.
Running backs used to play basketball at some point in time.
They're the workhorses. They're the workhorses. I'm gonna tell a story real quick.
I ain't gonna talk about that shot you just took at basketball. We're gonna ignore that, coach. We're gonna move forward.
We all know who the basketball players are. The dudes that didn't want to be part of the Oklahoma drill.
I play running back.
You want some more, man? No.
I thought I could slide it by there.
Yeah, it ain't getting by me, but we're gonna let it go.
You got a story for what you got? Story time.
Got a story to tell. It's Biggie. He got a story to tell.
Running back, man, is definitely a crazy position, man. I remember this years ago playing part 1 of playing running back. Mm-hmm. One game on a nice Sunday, I get a handoff. I run 48 yards. I get tackled at the 1 yard line. Now, ideally, I should get that rock for the touchdown. I should finish it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the NFL was telling me something a long time ago. 1, you're not going to be there. And 2, we're going to give it to the other running back to score.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
That's how the running backs are being disrespected in this game now. and I told myself, like, man, if I was in the NFL right now, I would have dealt with this reality now. But because I dealt with that reality at the age of 12, 13, I was fine with it. You know, because that's the way the game is now. Got to respect it. You know, coaches' decisions, GM decisions. A lot of these games are based off personnel and things of that nature. You know, you got Marshawn Lynch, you know, could have got the ball 4 times and won the Super Bowl, but they elected to go pass the ball. The running backs are basically being told that if you're a star looking for star money, you better hope that one of these teams need a running back and want to get star money, because other than that, you're going to get the average. You're not going to get nothing.
OBJ ain't played best fit. He got the bag with Baltimore. They were desperate and threw way more money than he should have got at him.
Right, exactly. Like D-Hop, got guys that are on the decline like these running backs, but the wide receiver position in the NFL holds so much weight because at the end of the day, if the quarterbacks ain't doing their thing, what they doing? They throwing that ball. So wide receiver money is always going to be there. Now, wide receivers, everybody's going to complain about getting a little bit of cream, extra cream. But the running back position
devalued.
And it's real ridiculous that we look at the top 5. We'll look at 10. The 10 running back average rankings this year coming in. Christian McCaffrey, $16 million. Al Kamara at 15. Derrick Henry at $12.5 million. Nick Chubb at $12.2 million. Aaron Jones, $12 million. Saquon recently 10 with the extra 2 at the end of the year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Josh Jacobs, 10, basically almost 11. But, you know, the franchise, it's a terrible thing. Tony Pollard, you know, signed his deal this year. And, you know, Dallas got him at a discount rate. And he's 10, he's almost 11 as well. James Conner is at $7 million. Miles Sanders rounds up the top 10 at $6.3 million. And Austin Eckler down at 11. He wanted an extension. He wanted some more money. He's making $6.1 million.
Yeah. And Jake, that's debatable. Look at his last 2 years. You want to say it's because he didn't play the games, but that's part of declining, not playing as many games.
Yeah. I don't mean decline in terms of the play. I mean,
I do. I do. He's still good, but he's not.
He's still good, but he's not Nuke anymore.
No, he's not the prime guy anymore. No, he's not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know, and for me personally with Nuke, I mean, Nuke's an all-around great player, but we can't sit here and act like the guy didn't take PEDs last year and got suspended 6 games.
Yep.
That's record. That's on record. And I mean, he can play the rest of his career and ball out. You know, that's the thing of receivers too. We still gonna love you regardless, but age, all that, different teams. It may not be a decline like, you know, Jake is like, oh, we're saying he's a bum. No, it's decline meaning that it's almost the end of the road for you.
I mean, it's just he's not in his prime no more. It's going the other direction.
All day, but I love Nuke. I always appreciate Nuke. But, Coach, man, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Because we have a stable of running backs, you know, coming up in the game. You know, B. John Robinson was recently just drafted, you know, as the number 1 pick. You have guys soon enough, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne soon, you know, once he blossoms. Guys that are going to be looking for, obviously, deals like these running backs are. One, will they ever, this next meeting that they have soon, will they be able to up in the cap for these running backs?
No. Just like everything else, a lot of people think the NFL is where the game evolves. The game actually evolves at the high school level. You know, the whole change with the athletic quarterback, that started at the high school level, which they went on to college, then it went to the NFL. NFL is usually a late adapter when it comes to a skill position. That's just my perspective. Second thing is, you got to look at the running back. It's running back by committee now. When was the last running back there who was just a workhorse where, you know, you can give him the ball 30, 35 times a game?
There's only one. It's Chubb right now in the league. There's one left in the league right now. It's Chubb,
one left,
in my opinion. And I guess Saquon too, but we haven't seen Saquon be able to do it for an extended period of time, right? Without getting hurt, exactly. So,
and it's what I say too. Running backs are the list. Every list changes in terms of plays and all that, but the running back position, literally the 5 changes like every month.
I'd say Jonathan Taylor is another one, but he also he got
recently
hurt
with the whole string with the back issues and potentially wanted to be traded. Irsay saying that we're never going to trade him, and these running backs are being disrespectful to the game by breaching their reasonings for, you know, wanting to demand more money. Like,
nah, I mean Jake kind of, but Mondre he split plenty of time with Harris for his whole career.
He split plenty of time with Harris. Patriots got
we literally are always like, except for like Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, and even with him, and with like I think Corey Dillon was the last back that we had.
That really was like that guy that's like, okay,
every play here you can have it.
But the Patriots always had that guy, always had that other guy.
Third down back,
in stress situations, right? Exactly.
Right.
You know, when you got to stretch the field, you got to get on, you got to get down the field.
Woodhead, Shane Vereen, Dion Lewis, like just the list goes on of them guys that we had like that.
And that's basically why the runner, and Will just hit it on the head, man. This is the reason why, you know, you can't demand as much money as you want to if you're running back, because, of course, the downside is this is what sucks. You enter the league, you feel like you need to have a dominant year to stay afloat. You have a dominant year, and they're charging that as a negative.
Yeah.
And then you go into the contract discussion and say, hey, well, I averaged 2,000 yards, then I averaged 16. I had about 14 touchdowns the first year, and I had about 10 the second year. And you're telling me if I make $3 million base salary as a rookie, now my next re-up contract's only $6 million? That's some bullshit. And that's the reality for it. And I'm looking at these guys coming up right now, like Najee Harris and them. When they go to the table, they will probably be lucky to get double what they're getting with $2 million and $1 million salary. It's crazy.
And you know what's funny is that the systems kind of, we talk about how the systems changed, like the spreads, and then you got running quarterbacks too. That's definitely part of it. But the league also got hit. Every time we start paying these backs like big bucks and then they get hurt, that's like so much cap bound up in the back. So they kind of don't always use the backs as much as they could. This way, you can't even get to the numbers where you can make the argument. That's part of the reason why everybody used to like all players love Tom Brady, because I remember the story about Gronk. He needed, like, they was already, I think we were already winning the game or whatever, and they were gonna sub him out, and he needed like 2 more catches to get to an incentive, and Tom fed him like 3 plays in a row. Here, take that, get that money. Like, but coaches aren't doing that for the players. They're not gonna help them get them incentives, not at all, because they trying to keep that money low.
You have to try to keep that QB or that left tackle or that linebacker, you know, guys that to the NFL sense is more valuable, and they can throw that money at them. And they can go with. Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off too.
No, you're good. Need to hear your voice.
Another thing that we got to look at is, and I like to put my little thinking cap on and stuff like that. Who was the top rushing team last year?
Is it? I want to say the Browns, but it's not the Browns, was it? Who was it?
No one the Browns. It was the Bears. Who was their leading rusher?
Yeah, it was the quarterback. It was bad.
Guess who the second team was in rushing? It was the Ravens.
Was the Rabbits? It was the Ravens.
And who's their leading rusher?
Yeah, they had a revolving door of dying running backs like all season. It was just him. That's crazy. Yeah,
Atlanta is an anomaly. Then New York, Danny Dimes gets his fair share of carries. Then you got Philly right after that.
Philly spreads it.
Buffalo.
And read option. Yep.
So that's like what, 5 or 6 of your top 6 to 8 teams?
Yeah, that's
all led by the quarterback. That's where your money is at.
Then I'm sure the Niners are up there, and they got receivers out there running the ball. So
yeah, the right behind Buffalo.
It's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy. They basically legislated the running back position out of power.
Yeah,
that used to be quarterback and then running back, and there was a time where it was
premier position.
It's literally real talk. It's like a 2-hand tag situation. Really.
Honestly, the last true, I think that is Adrian Peterson, right? Like the last true franchise back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say before he got.
Where you
got hurt.
Even when he came back, though, he had 1,400 yards after because he came back the next year like a wild person.
In terms of production, the last person that got to really smell that glory. I mean, you can say Le'Veon Bell. You can say before he got hurt. Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was a guy that.
Yeah, but Gurley was the one who started the trend, though.
Todd Gurley's a big part of. I mean,
why they don't want to pay?
I don't like.
I
don't like blaming the backs, but if you're gonna blame a single back, Todd Gurley crushed that franchise with that contract. They had to move on.
He came in and they knew he had bad knees when he came in.
Yeah, they made a choice ahead of time.
So that's on the front office, your coaching staff, and your trainers. Y'all made the assessment, thought he was worth the risk, and you gambled and it didn't play out.
And the thing is, y'all knew about the injury history.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McVay, the young cool kid.
Yeah.
And you didn't think that you needed anybody else to go protect case, you overloaded. That's crazy. I remember Rudy Johnson.
Rudy Johnson.
I remember Rudy Johnson.
How many podcasts you think Rudy Johnson got mentioned in this week?
1. That's why we're unique.
The Bengals, right?
Mm-hmm. It's Jake. Right? It's Jake. Of course, it's a Bengals player.
Right on the Rudy, man. But these running backs, man, I wish one day for justice for them. Just growing up playing the position, but it's looking like an ugly course right now. Everything just looks on the side of the negative for the running backs. Anything that I feel like they bring to the table to the NFL union it just looks negative, because the point is always going to be proven. There's always somebody waiting for your spot in the background. That's going to be
strike
cheap,
for the position.
Who's
never
this?
Been done before.
That'd be an unbelievable show of unity, but there's no chance. Oh, that's a good point though. Joe Mixon he's borderline for me in terms of like workhorse, because you can and they have fed him, but I've also seen them feed him like 35 times and him go nowhere. So it's weird. I don't know. I wouldn't know exactly how to. I'd say he's a fringe every down back, like right on the cusp, maybe.
I think somebody said Chubb. I say Chubb and Henry.
Yeah. Oh, I always forgot about King Henry.
I forget about King Henry.
Nobody mentioned King Henry this whole time. That's true. He's stuck over there. That's bad.
But and the thing about it, he was only almost about 70 yards behind Jacobs for the rushing title last year. He just quietly had 1,500 yards rushing.
Who, Derrick Henry? And he was hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt for like 6 weeks.
That boy a monster. I would never I know we've made jokes about if we was in the league, I would never tackle that man. You think Dion didn't tackle? The tape on me trying to tackle Henry would be the funniest shit y'all ever seen. It'd just be me ducking and rolling. I'm not doing that. Can't pay me no type of million to tackle that man.
Let's see.
Who is this Facebook user killing me?
You know who that is? That's Chris.
Oh, okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
Chris.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Bengals. That's right.
So
hey, I ain't got to kill Joe. Your team don't even want to pay him.
Y'all want to know something else that's crazy? Just to think, we're thinking about how the running back position has changed. I just real quick went and looked up the leading rushers from 1993. It was arbitrarily. It was arbitrarily. Okay.
You just picked the number, right? Just a random year.
I just picked a random year, okay. And it happened to be a year that Emmett was number one.
Oh,
but
God, of course,
as much as Emmett ran, 1486 was the rushing title.
Yeah.
And we just saw the second place guy was almost 1,600 yards.
In a league that passes infinitely more than it did.
Yes. So I think they've got a case of being underpaid.
Yeah, good luck.
The bus, 1429, Thurman Thomas, 1315, Eric Pegram, 1185, Barry Sanders, 1115. But yeah, that's
the lowest for Barry. Wow.
That's gotta be. He was 25 at the time.
That's a bad. He must have got hurt. Man, did he play 16 games? That's crazy. Wow.
He played 11 games that year.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Okay.
He played 11. Everybody else played 16 that I read off. Emmett played 14.
Barry give you 1,400 in his sleep. So if he had 11, then he didn't play.
But just looking at that, that's crazy. I thought it would be like,
hold up. He was cool with Ronnie Brown.
1,800 yards. What was that?
He was cool with Ronnie Brown. He was a nice back, but he also was he was platoon. He had like 2 years on his own, but he was
he got a couple pictures with Ronnie Brown.
I think even in college,
Auburn,
but even in college, I feel like wasn't he because wasn't
Cadillac?
he there with Cadillac? Yeah, so even in college he was switching it up. That's why he lasted so long. Ronnie was nice though.
He was used to it. He was used to that type of film, man. Type
like
of game,
just coming in when you need him, and it was funny though because for a switch up back for not the starter, he came in and ran hard like a starter. Like he came in. He didn't come in running like Pollard, and I'm not taking a shot at Pollard. Yeah. I'm saying Pollard just smaller back. He came in running like a starter, like between the tackles, lowering the shoulder, all that.
And he was playing like QB sometimes in the option.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They had the whole season of the Wildcat.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That shit was funny, man. They're like a season and a half of that shit. They didn't really do much with it, but they got some wins.
It was entertaining. But yeah, so
how bad was that quarterback situation that they had to do? Was that the Cleo Lemon years? Oh, that's terrible. that's awful, man.
Who was the offense coordinator when it happened?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what that? While we figure that out, you know what it reminds? What it makes me think though. Maybe I gotta just appreciate Mac a little more. Maybe I should appreciate him a little more because when you think about the Dolphins, you go from the Marino years to that point where you had Cleo Lemon and Jay Fiedler and shit. Like we ain't, at least we're not dealing with that. We did at the Cam.
You know what? That's why I never understand, the little slide. To me, Mac was serviceable. At least y'all got somebody who give y'all a little bit of promise. I went back to my point of reference of the quarterbacks that we had between Aikman and Romo. It's like 16 to 18 of them. It was rough ass years. Your boy, I bailed on the Dak wagon last year.
Yeah.
I'm still out there, but at the same time, I'm glad he's here still. Now, I don't think he's going to get us very far, but it can be a lot worse situation. We can have like nobody back there.
And you climbed off the Romo wagon while it was moving and didn't even hurt yourself. That's how soon it happened.
And Romo, for me, was so bad, man. It was a couple of games I actually got excited when Kellen Moore was going to start.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now you're dealing with his play call, or you weren't.
Back this year, man.
I hope he is, man. You gotta show me. I'm from Missouri.
Let's go.
From Missouri.
We riding on the train one more time, Dak. I'm on the train one more time, Dak, for you, man. But man, listen, if you do, I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna get you, man. Don't let me come over there and get you.
So next up, we got season 4 for it. So we tricking it up a little bit. We don't want to come out and hit you over the head with everything we got right off the bat, because we still got about 2-3 more weeks for the season actually starts, 4 weeks rather. So we got a little segment tonight, thanks to a man behind the boards, Mr. Dale. He's a bad man, people. He's a bad man.
Mr.
So Dale got a little segment for us. Yes, he is. He's got a little something for us. So we got a little classroom assignment. We're gonna
roll that beautiful bean footage.
We're gonna talk about uniforms. So let's get it up here.
Let's get
in. All right, y'all hang tight. Let's do it.
Loading.
I know, right?
Oh, he threw the artwork.
We're talking uniforms. I am Dale. I got my guy B-Train with me. We're gonna be doing this all season long. We're talking about the things that's important. The drip, baby. How you look. What's up,
right,
B-Train?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm here. Happy to talk about the drip. If you look good, you play good.
Yes.
That's a fact.
It's scientifically proven. So get your teams looking good and you're going to win games. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be doing a top 5 of the NFL jerseys out there. What are your favorites out there, B-Train?
Okay. So I'm, as a fan of sports aesthetics, I think that we are lucky. We are living in an era where teams are finally starting to make some of the right decisions. Yeah. I think. So I put together a list, and I'll start with at the bottom, number 5. If you're good with that, the Los Angeles Chargers. I got them with that powder blue.
Right.
Personally, I think that's a little bit overdone in sports now, but the colors just pop. It's bright. It's vibrant. Yeah. They look great when they're out there, which is a shame because, when they moved to Los Angeles, they lost all their fans. So no one's really watching, but they look great, despite not really having an audience.
And the white helmets, too. I mean, it's a nice touch to go with it. So, yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I agree. You want me to just keep moving on to the rest of the list? Okay.
Yeah.
God, this one hurt me to do because it's a division rival. But number 4, I got Tampa Bay with the creamsicle. Those retro throwbacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just something. They had to go back to that. I know they won 2 Super Bowls in the other outfit, but But I like it. I like the retro throwback look. I'm glad they're bringing it back. I don't know if that's going to be full time or just for a few games, but
Well, I definitely like those better than their actual uniforms because when they changed like a few years ago, the new numbers and all that kind of stuff, I did not like the look. I thought their rebrand after the creamsicle, when they actually won a Super Bowl, I thought that looked pretty good.
Yeah,
but they went away from it, back in the Warren Sapp days,
Yeah, and what's funny is just a few years ago they went back to that 2002 look and instantly won a Super Bowl. So I mean, I don't think those are going away. They won 2 Super Bowls in those. That's an okay look. I like the creamsicle better, but I'm glad they're kind of honoring that. And now that Brady's gone, I hope they just kind of go back to being the Cleveland Browns of the NFC. But they can look good while they're doing it. I just don't want them to be good anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. What you got next?
Moving, sticking kind of with that throwback theme here for number 3, I got the Denver Broncos, their throwbacks, which I know that they're kind of bringing that back this year with that white helmet with the old D logo. I'm interested to see how they pull that off. But just in general, the Broncos and their orange jerseys, I think, look great. And that's another kind of same issue that Tampa Bay had. When they switched to the newer uniform, that's when they started winning Super Bowls. So, I don't think that new uniform or the newer uniform combo since like 98 with the kind of that elongated horse head on the side of the helmet, I don't think that's going away. But again, their throwbacks look great. And again, I'm glad they're kind of throwing that back into the fold for this season.
So they're actually going to do a white helmet alternate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to, if you look that up, it's, I forgot what they're calling it, but it's kind of like the icy white look, but it's the same helmet that like they wore during the Elway days, except it's white, but with that D logo on the side. So I think that looks cool.
I'll check that out, man. All right.
Yeah.
What we got next?
Number 2. Okay, another trend with the white helmets. That Cleveland Browns one they just announced, the white helmet. I think it looks cool, and I think it looks similar to another uniform that we've seen in New Orleans, but again, it's just a classic traditional look with the stripes on the shoulders, simple, minimalist. I think that's kind of a trend in the NFL these days, but I really like it. Even when they just use their regular, brown helmet.
Is there going to be a logo on the side of this helmet?
No, it's just white with the stripes. Kind of the stripes down the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Okay. Yeah, I've always wanted to see some kind of logo on his helmet because, you put up the Browns helmet, it's just orange.
Yeah, brown supposedly, but I don't know what kind of brown that is.
Orange helmet.
Exactly. All right.
Motherfuckers are colorblind.
And then topping off the list at number 1, had to do it, the New Orleans Saints color rush uniform.
Yes.
Just solid looking uniform, and frankly, that needs to switch to their full-time uniform. I don't know why they haven't done that yet.
Yes, color rush. Now, since the invention of the black helmet, would you like to see the black helmet with the color rush?
Well, I think that's what they did last year. They did the black helmet with the color rush. I thought it looked okay, but I think the black helmet would probably look better, with some other combo, mainly like a black jersey. Or if they did, they kind of have that darker, they had like the throwback that they've worn a little bit recently. And to me, that kind of looks just like a dark version of their color rush. So like the black jersey with the gold stripes instead of a white jersey. So I think if they wore a black helmet with that throwback look, I think that would look really, really good. As it stands now, I think it's okay with the color rush, but I think the gold helmet looks better. But I definitely want to see them experiment some more. I know they have limits on how many variations they can wear per season, but they ought to look into experimenting a little more with that.
All right. Do you have any honorable mentions on your list here?
Yeah. Let's see. The Jets. I think the Jets made a nice push towards that kind of minimalist look.
Okay.
I thought that looked really good.
One of them kind of hurt me. Well, not hurt me, but that I think is a really good uniform and it's classic is the Raiders. it's just
Yeah.
it's just clean.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess with the classics.
Yeah.
But I really felt like I had to kind of expand the list here because there's a lot of good uniforms out there. If we were just talking the Saints, I could make a list of my favorite 5 Saints uniforms, and that would probably still be better than any other team in the league. So I just wanted to kind of expand a little bit there.
Yep.
Oh, another one before I forget. The Bengals, when they do the whiteout, that looks good.
Ooh, the icy Bengal uniforms. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did like. I mean, there was a discussion I saw on a show or something last year where they were like totally against the Bengals alternate uniforms, and I'm like, no, like these uniforms look really clean, and with the Bengal print on the side of the legs and everything, white and black, so clean.
Oh yeah, clean for sure. But they got to get it right because when teams try to get cute and they'll use a helmet like that with their main jersey, it just looks stupid. Like if they were to wear the white helmet but with the orange and black jersey, that's just dumb. Like you got to keep it consistent.
Yep.
But when they do that, it looks good.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're gonna be talking uniforms all year long, baby. Shout out to the play call sheet. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, shout out to Dale and B Train, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
yes, sir, man. Them jerseys are so crispy.
I want to comment on their production value. Me and Coach just talk about it in the private chat. Like, yo, their production value is fire. Just their slides going into the jersey and stuff like that. Everything they had up there. Great topic. I want to just say right quick. While I was watching, I was writing down some of my favorite jerseys that I can remember, and the number 4 jersey that I had on there was the whiteout. The whiteout. That whiteout helmet is, I mean, I get what he says. You should only wear it with the whiteout jersey, and we could debate on that because if you have a black jersey still with the white stripes, you could still do that. You can pull that off. But the whole whiteout, crispy as hell. One of my favorite get-ups. The other ones I love are the Patriots Royal Blues from like the 90s. It seems biased, but I really do love them jerseys. The Falcons, when primetime played for them, the old school Falcons joints.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure my all-time favorite jersey, white helmet, Chargers powder blues. They're just so crispy, man. The powder blue. Oh, we can't hear you, Coach. Unless he ain't talking.
It might help. I come off mute.
Rejoin the podcast, brother.
No, the powder blues are my favorite as well, man. Just a nice, crisp, clean look. It says California over all over it.
It does. And I just remember LaDainian Tomlinson killing people in them.
I did like the Patriots. Actually like the red ones from back in the day.
Yeah, that's those are the ones that Jake was bringing up, and I like those too. But because those actually had the original Pat the Patriot logo.
That's right.
Yeah, so which is fire.
When old Negro was the quarterback.
They'll be back to that smooth fire jersey and the stuffy ass team. They'll be back to it soon. After week 4. After week 4, they'll be back to it.
Yeah, they're gonna bring them back this year, the jersey. Hopefully not the team.
Now, a jersey that I hate to admit that I actually like, and because I don't have a problem with the team, their fans just suck ass. The Eagles and the Kelly Green.
I knew the Eagles Kelly Green was coming. Yeah, Kelly Green is lit.
And I heard those wild SOBs tailgated for the jersey release at the pro shop at the stadium. They were out there for like a day.
That sounds exactly like them. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
Never. Well, man, shout out to Dale and BS and Beer, man.
Absolutely.
Got bringing that heat. We sure appreciate it, man.
Houston Oilers, man. How y'all forget the Houston Oilers?
Oilers.
Let me be real with you. I'll be real fine with you.
My man.
I don't like the Bills, but that red jersey that they be popping out sometimes on
every now and then,
too. Nah, you definitely gotta go to Cincinnati crispy white.
Yeah.
Championship gold, guys. It ain't white, but it's cool though. I like the jersey.
The Hayward Jeffries Oilers. Remember that name? Hayward Jeffries Oilers.
I used to be a fan of the Jaguars jerseys. I don't know why. I used to be a fan of the old school Jaguars when the Jaguars first came out.
The teal Jones. Yeah.
You always can go Kelly Green with the with the Eagles. I actually love the Redskins jersey, the maroon.
Maroons.
The fake maroon. They used to throw that shit back in the day.
I only like when Prime was there. He made it look good.
Jerseys, man. They go Dallas Thanksgiving jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like
with the white sleeve but the blue trunk. Yeah. I fuck with those. I don't like your home jerseys. The white with the silver. I don't like those. They just, I don't know.
I hate that. I don't know who the hell dresses the Cowboys up for games, but I'm just there'd be games where I'm like, yo, go with the blue. Y'all go with the white. It's like,
you know why they don't like the blue?
Why?
They think the blue is bad luck.
That's what I think so.
Have they been watching the last 25 years?
I like it. We lose every time in white. Every time we lose, it's in white.
That's crazy. Yes, because all y'all wear it. It's terrible.
But the blue jersey was prominent back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, that jersey's fire, bro. Because that's like prime time. Like I think prime time. Oh no, they was before him, but like they wore him a couple times when he was there. Spicy jerseys.
And I was a fan of the bright orange Chicago Bears jerseys.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Definitely. That's another one of those that like. There's certain jerseys that I like, but only when certain players are killing them, because then it looks better. Like when Atlanta changed their jerseys over, because Vic took over the city.
That's the worst change ever.
No, but I like those at first, and watching him killing those is great memories. But then, but then everybody after him wearing those, I didn't like the red ones. I like the black ones and the white ones. Those are the only ones I like. I didn't like the red joints that they had. But yeah, then old school Chicago.
Hey, real quick before we go to our commercial break.
Yeah.
Somebody sent us something really fast. Kind of goes back to our first story a little bit. But it's one current running back that is not in agreement.
Oh, he sound mad, huh?
Y'all see that okay?
It is. We see loading. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. This is legit. He's not mad. He's being real.
I feel like the market is what the market is, and for me to go out there and get the best deal for myself, I have to come out here and work hard each and every day. If I don't produce or be productive, I'm not going to even be in that conversation or anybody looking to pay me. So best thing I could do is just keep my head down and keep working and win games for my football team.
Do you feel like it could be an uphill battle for running back specifically, just because it seems like, they'll give you 300 carries one season, 300 carries the next, or drop your replacement. So do you think it could be like an uphill battle sometimes just in that position group?
Definitely, but I feel like it also depends on the type of back you are. Because you definitely see some backs get paid, like Christian McCaffrey. For instance, he catches the ball at the backfield. So I feel like for running backs moving forward, you have to diversify your game. You have to just be more than just a downhill bruiser in order to be able to be on that level, in order to talk that leverage whenever you go into the conversations. Because like you said, like 300 carries and 10 rushing yards, you see what the market is for guys like that. So for us, we have to continue to grow and evolve our game, because you see the way that football is going. You see it's a passing league now, and we just have to evolve as a whole.
All right, I got three.
Really legitimate.
I got three things to say about that though. One, his fellow running backs are pissed. Two,
absolutely.
Very easy for him to say he probably always gonna have a job because their franchise guy is his man. Yeah, I mean, so he's probably not going anywhere.
You think so, huh? No,
I mean, I think I don't think they're gonna pay him top dollar, but I think when his contract comes up, as long as he stays healthy, he'll get paid again. They're not gonna just let him walk. And three, I forget what the third one is, but that's and the third thing is also easy for him to say because, like he just said, it's a passing league. He's a pass catching back. He's still gonna have a place. But I think that's funny, and I think what he said is real.
It's 300 carries and 10 yards.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that's already in the hole. He talking like somebody that's already in the hole, and he probably thinks that talk's gonna get him to the table and get more cake. I mean, shout out to the young man. You know what I'm saying? He's in the third year.
To say I ain't buying it.
No, I'm not buying it from him. Hell no, I'm not buying it. I wouldn't have said nothing. Like, you're the last person to the party say something about it. Like, you should have been on the Zoom call. Like,
he said you should have been on the Zoom call. He wasn't with me in the gym.
Nah, he does it all, but gets the ball back at the end of the day. He's a running back. Don't change. I'm gonna be right now. Ante is not gonna be the guy that changed the money flow for the NFL. I'm gonna say this one more time on the play call sheet. Travis Ante is not gonna be the guy to change the money flow for the running back. And that's no disrespect.
Now, Etienne won't change it. But what I will say is, though, if I was going to say that he does have some kind of angle that he's working, the one back he brought up was McCaffrey, and that's the style of back that he is. Not that he's as good as McCaffrey, but he's that style. He's a style where, like, you could run him in between the tackles sometimes, but you shouldn't do it always, and you're better off mixing it up and swinging the ball out to him and making all type of plays, getting them touches, but you run him between the tackles nonstop, you're going to get him killed.
We can talk about that McCaffrey. Jacob, we can talk about that McCaffrey thing all day.
Yeah.
And it's a conversation that can definitely be top for not only on the show, but in closed doors too, because
there's some things that are funny about that deal.
There's some things funny about that situation there.
Yeah.
But shout out to him. He's getting that bread.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see. I don't know. Atlanta kind of did it. They took the best running back in the draft, and they already pretty much had a monster already in the backfield that can total every down. So,
and they did that because they have no idea what's happening in that quarterback.
Right.
Nobody.
Motherfuckers are
and one last nugget for y'all.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna get paid by being the quarterback this year.
Yeah. And one last nugget before we take our commercial break. David Lee was the offense coordinator in 2007 when they brought the Wildcat back in Miami.
David Lee?
David Lee. He was the quarterback coach at Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And in 2007, he had two running backs who were consensus All-Americans.
He had D-Mac, and who was the other one?
Felix Jones.
Oh, fuck, he had Felix too, yeah.
And both of them played for the Cowboys.
Lord have mercy, he had some backs, man. Felix remind me of Apollo Jones. Remind me of Felix, kind of.
Yeah,
in the role and the way he's gonna be played. That's crazy.
But we're gonna take our first break for tonight. We're gonna be back. They say about 15-20. Appreciate you hanging out with your boys on the play call sheet. Back in the
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Jake, from all accounts, you're right, but he's being put in a no-fail position right now. If he don't ball, it is because he's garbage. Ritter, because like now he got a number one wideout who's definitely gonna be good in Drake London.
Got a tight end.
He got a tight end he has all pro capabilities. He got two backs. Didn't they get another receiver in the draft? I believe they picked somebody else up. I think they picked somebody else up. So yeah, man, it's I'm gonna be
real with you.
He got everything that he needs.
He's gonna be the best QB in that division this year.
That is a fucking low ass bar, my guy. That bar is so low. That division has no fun.
But at the end of the day, he's gotta fight for his job. I'm hoping for the young boy. I'm hoping for the young boy to do his thing. We've seen everybody else in that division kind of. I mean, besides the young rookie in Bryce Young. So it's gonna be exciting, interesting to see the two young guys in Atlanta and Carolina. You know, what I'm saying, duke it out. That's ultimately, I feel, what can come at stake unless the Saints, come prepared to play football.
Absolutely. Well, we like to debate here. We like to battle, and we're gonna keep doing it. I think it was perfect to do the Jersey segment right before this segment because we got ourselves the bracket fight.
Got an NFL bracket fight.
Today we are gonna vote. We are gonna have a tournament about the best logos in football. So The main voters will be us three here. If we get tied up or if somebody calls bullshit, we're gonna go to the chat to see what y'all feel. So we're gonna start right here at the top. I think this should be an easy win. Who y'all got? Because I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles too, because Washington don't know what or who they are. I heard that might even go back to being the previous version.
I'm gonna start this on the offside, man. I'm gonna go Washington, but they're not gonna win. Just because the W. Just because the W. You know what?
Oh, you hate? Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not impressed with the W's, man. I love me some W's, but yeah, the truth, the truth is, man, is like, man, listen, they just, I would even like give them a chance, except for they have an identity crisis. You ain't got the confidence in yourself to have a real logo. I can't rock with you. We're gonna go with the Eagles here, fellas. Eagles move on. Coming up next, I think this should be easy too. What y'all got? Do I gotta ask y'all? Is this stupid?
It's a landslide. It's a landslide. And if you say New York, I'm gonna come out with Bart Simpson, Homer Simpson.
You know what it is.
Yeah. Let's keep the star up. As annoying as them and their fans are, fellas. We gonna definitely give them that. Okay, now we're getting into our first real battle because everything else has been easy so far. So Seahawks versus the 49ers. Now, I gotta say, beyond the fact that we picked the star, I would have picked them against a lot of people, but I was always gonna pick against the Giants because you got initials. Like, who cares? And you made them lowercase. Y'all don't even take yourself seriously.
Hey, you have to pay more for the capital.
If so, I hope that's true. But what y'all got in this battle here, man? What y'all thinking?
Hey, man, the 12th man's not included. I'm gonna go 49ers.
I like that. That was well.
I gotta go with Niners too.
Niners. Who? I think logo wise, I definitely would go with the Seahawks, but I think the Niners just brings this history and the color with it. I like their jerseys and shit, so I'm gonna vote for the Niners on this one. And we're gonna win that on landslide. Now, this is crazy because I think I'm not gonna speak for y'all, but I think if they use their older logo, this might have been a battle. But we back in the initial stage, and I think it's corny. So I'm going with the Cardinals here.
Can we hack both of these teams out?
I know, just like kick them both out.
I'm gonna go Arizona just because it never changed. LA's new logo, like you said, is trash.
Cheeks.
The team's becoming trash.
Straight trash.
All the way trash. Throw them out, elimination in cool time.
Bang. I think we're all in agreement there. I can't. So y'all two watching the chat, like I just want to see what people are saying, but I'm watching this, so let me know.
Yep, definitely. I got you. Jacob said Cardinals as well, so landslide on all.
Yeah.
My elementary school with the Cardinals.
yeah, fire. Now this one here, also I do like, by the way, that they're pitting rivalries against each other in doing this because they're doing it by division first, which I like that. But I know people are gonna want to go with the classics here, but I'm riding with the Lions, man.
I'm gonna ride with the Lions too, though they suck. I like the color scheme of the logo.
Yeah, that blue is fire.
Lions for me as well.
Okay, unanimous. Another just regular ass letter. All right, cool. What y'all got here? Bears or Vikings?
I think I'll go Vikings.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I like the Bears.
Okay. What we gonna do? We'll see what the chat says, but I think we're gonna go with the Vikings here.
It's 2-1, man.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
It's 2-1. Unanimous decision may go to Kirk Cousins. He won in primetime game.
Hey, you
right now.
You bring up Kirk Cousins, I'm going back and voting for Chicago. Who we got here? I know the right people are in the chat. We know what they're gonna pick, but I'm riding with the Falcons, even though it looks kind of funny that how they made their Falcon. They made it an F. I get what they did, but I'm going with the Falcons.
I gotta go with the Saints.
Yeah, that Saints is rich in history, though. That emblem.
Damn, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Their fans are close to the Eagles.
I'm gonna go Saints too.
Ooh, upset in my opinion. Upset in my opinion. Good shit though. All right, now we got The Buccaneers versus the Panthers. What y'all got?
We got Panthers.
See, I like the Panther. Don't get me wrong. I do like the Panther. But there's something fire about them. Like they literally got a pirate flag. You know what I mean? And they got a pirate ship at this state. Like I'm going with the Bucks. As long as they don't bring back them creamsicles, I'm going with the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Let's go.
Damn, Carolina. Even with Cam and without Cam, you can't win the business.
They can't win shit. That's it. All right, we're to the top. We got the AFC East with it. The Bills or the Jets. The battle of who gives a shit about these logos. They both suck.
Yeah, man. Both of their logos actually cool, man. I like that the Jets went back to the kind of like the old school circumference in the logo. I like that.
Football. Yeah.
If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go Buffalo. Prestige. Though they haven't won the Super Bowls, they've been to enough to cover that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Buffalo.
I'm gonna pick Buffalo just because they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. I feel bad for them dudes.
Call them out.
This is a bad history.
Shout out to my man Daryl in the building, the middle. Yo, shout out to my man. Yes, the AFC East.
We got 2 on the Bills, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach, what'd you get? Even though
I go with the Bills also.
I bet landslide. It should be easy, but in case you guys want to be rebels, I got the Patriots.
Man, listen, I gotta say the Patriots are gonna win something. Yeah, Bill Belichick. I go Patriots too, man.
Yo, their new emblem should just be a man in a hoodie with cut off sleeves.
Patriots as well.
All right, nice. Chiefs, Broncos. This is tough for me.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I like both
uniforms. These are I like both of these, like, because they both check out for their team. They make a lot of sense. I like the Arrowhead. They play at Arrowhead. And I'm biased.
Give me the Chiefs, man.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs as well.
Yeah, man. I was gonna bring the history up and all that, man. I mean, I was gonna go Broncos, man. But I mean, Chiefs got that. It's not a bad jersey.
I can't believe this matchup. This is bullshit. This should not be a first round matchup. The Raiders versus the Chargers in terms of logo and color schemes, and I'm pissed.
Ooh.
I'm picking last because I don't want to do it.
That's a tough one, man.
It's ugly. I'm hoping y'all pick the same thing and then I don't got to pick.
I'm picking Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
Yes, I don't have to pick.
Picking the Raiders. Sorry, powder blue. I gotta be hardcore. I need the black. I'm Ice Cube right now. I'm not Vanilla Ice.
I will say if they were always powdered blue out, like every time and they rode that. I mean, they did switch to it, but maybe I would have went with it. Don't matter. I don't got to pick. Who we going here? Man, these both are just, again, historical. One is a lot of history. The other one is just fire. I think it's clear what I'm saying there. But what y'all got?
I'm gonna go Bengals. I always been a fan of Bengals jerseys.
That's my high school.
Even when they
group, right in Bengals.
No, when it was mediocre with the Chad Ochocinco era.
Yeah. Fire. Yep.
I like to play Madden and switch the jersey, have the orange pants, maybe a black top.
Yeah, fire. Before Carson Palmer got his legs snapped in half.
No, Bottom Line Sports and all that, y'all, man. Shout out to you guys tuning in. What's going on?
Holla at everybody coming in the chat. I can't see y'all. I'm doing some things.
What's going on, man?
I like the Steelers, man.
Oh, he's making me decide. Let me think. Damn. You know what? I would have picked this like 5 years ago. I'd have picked the Steelers, but then they made them crispy whites, man. They made them crispy whites.
Those are nice.
I'm a fan of the orange jersey over the white. Be real with you.
That's wild.
Those orange Bengal colors are crazy.
They are nice. They are good.
Hold on. You got hold on. Anthony Price, you got Raiders being a fresh Charger team, game 1. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Justin Herbert ain't come to play. So the Raiders capitalized.
Okay. All right, what we got? Ravens. I mean, is this even
what? Ravens, Browns?
They look like a fucking high school helmet with no discernible markings.
Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens. Yeah, we are Ravens out. Titans, Jaguars.
I'm gonna go Titans.
Titans here as well. They still got the color scheme of the Love You Blues off in there.
Yeah, I would have went with the Jaguars, but it did not matter. And then we got the Texans versus the Colts, and somebody don't want to sleep on the couch tonight, so I know what he's about to pick.
I'm picking Texans.
Damn.
I like
both teams for obvious reasons. It's like, but I gotta support my wifey over my old coach, so I'm gonna go with the Texans.
I can dig it. That's smart. Who would you pick? Too?
I picked the Texans as well.
All right, I would have went with the Colts. I just like, and I don't always like the most basic uniform, but I like their basic blue and white. They got a good blue and white combination. But but we're gonna go there. All right, we're gonna reverse and start right here. Texans versus Titans. We're gonna put the pressure on Coach.
Put the pressure on the Titans.
Damn.
No more.
Texans versus the Titans, man.
Oh, break her heart.
You know what?
Love her again.
Obviously, I gotta take care of the wife, but also all of my fam down in Houston, they feel some way about the Titans. So Texans.
Okay. What you got? Two.
I'm gonna go Titans.
And I'm gonna stay in the good graces of Miss Marie, and I'm gonna go with the Texans.
y'all did Marie.
We did you dirty.
Tonight. They cheating tonight. They cheating tonight.
I do like the Texans logo though.
Bottom line.
Well,
bring back the
Tennessee was distracted by the referees.
What we got here? What we got? Ravens Bengals.
Ooh, this actually is the one right here. But
we get into the nitty gritty now.
But Bengals just have that bright color, and then that white man is just showing up right now. I'm gonna go Bengals.
What you got, Coach?
I gotta pick between those. Man, that's hard.
It is, man.
Kawan, I ain't picking the Ravens. You picking Bengals.
You know what? If we're talking about the whole color scheme and everything, it's the crispy whites for me, man.
The crispy whites are so crazy. Hey, yo, I just want to be clear. I want to be clear for my guy Kawan. I was gonna pick the Ravens. I do like their overall joints, and I wasn't gonna use the crispy whites again as an excuse. I can't keep doing that, but they are fire, so they move on. Raiders Chiefs. Who we got?
Raiders landslide.
Raiders.
Landslide.
Yeah, I got to agree. Raiders. Smoke City.
Only time the Raiders gonna get close to a Super Bowl is tonight.
It's tonight, baby.
Oh man.
Yo, teams are getting dragged out here. I love it. All right, what we got here? Patriots and Bills.
Damn. I'm gonna go Homer. I'm gonna go here because I'm home. Homer, Patriots.
Homer J. Simpson, Patriots too for me. What would you have picked, Coach? Even though it's already solidified. Yeah, okay.
He's just thinking Jim Kelly right now. He getting Jim Kelly vibes. He's gonna go Bills.
Then we got the Eagles versus the Cowboys. This is actually tough, not for y'all, but it is tough for me.
Damn. Do we want a twinkle, twinkle, little star? We want a bold eagle. Shit. I'm gonna go Eagles on this one. I'm sorry. Cowboys. Gotta go Cancun.
What an upset. That's an amazing situation. What you
We're
gonna
going
do,
based
Coach?
off the logo scheme. I have to go with the bold eagle.
The eagle is fire, man.
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. Not
Eagles fire, but man, Cowboys got so much gear available.
I know that's they do.
If the D would have been instead of the star, I would have went with the D.
What you got? So, Coach, I was waiting for you. This is like you got.
Simmer down now. I gotta go with Dallas.
All right, so I gotta break the tie. Man, I just had more memories watching primetime dance up that sideline and in that star. Man, that star is fire. I gotta do it. I'm gonna give him one more round. It's gonna get him further than they should, though.
Hey, I can root for the Dallas.
Again, you can go back.
Season, man. I don't got to vote on that logo.
That's fair. That's like, hey, can we all just take a moment to appreciate that he didn't go homer and we didn't have to hear it for like at least 30 seconds about how great Dallas is.
Now they in the next round. So now I'm back on the wagon, baby. Let's go.
You better hope they saved your ass seat. Jerry's like, what?
Jerry, I'll see you soon, baby.
Yeah, your phone's already ringing. He's pissed. All right, who we got here?
Damn.
San Fran or the Cardinals?
I got San Fran.
Similar color schemes and everything. I mean, they got the
I'm going to go San Fran, man. You can't duplicate that.
Yeah, I guess I would have went Cardinals, but yeah, San Fran's where's that? Lions versus the Vikings.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
I gotta go Vikings on this one too.
Wow. All right, yeah, I would have went Lions, I think, but I like the Vikings. It's close.
Lions,
Saints,
you know what's gonna survive.
Those Lions blue jerseys, they look kind of
yeah. What we got here?
Whew. It's a hard one too.
Saints, Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks again.
I'm gonna go. This is tough.
The kid in me likes the pirate flag. I must have been the one to be a pirate when I was
man. Buccaneer with the flag. Oh man, this is tough, man. Shit. Coin flip. I'm gonna go Buccaneers.
All right, that's 2 for the Bucks.
Ain't got pick.
And the Saints don't come marching in.
I didn't have to pick. That's good.
That's kind of sad. Hey, wait, what's good? Why wouldn't it? Oh, it's wilding out.
Hey man, I was the Rams quarterback and we just bashed the Saints receiver.
What happened here? Why is it all acting funny? Okay.
Freeze up,
and then it's wilding out on me. Well, we know the Buccaneers went next. I mean, yeah, the Bucks went. So there we go.
Yeah.
All right, Bucks, Vikings.
Bucks, Vikings.
I see with the round robin style.
Yeah, you see me. You see me.
I'm gonna go. That Vikings score is fire, man. I'm gonna go Vikings again, man. I'm sorry, Buccaneers, man, but that skull head looking real nice.
Also, when you talk about like how the teams in the home field goes, like you got the Vikings with the horn,
yeah,
and you got the Bucks. You got the Bucks with the cannons. Yeah, exactly. This shit's fire. Oh, good. I'd have to pick.
Give me skull.
He said Bucks again. I don't think the Bucks are gonna. Oh, the Bucks!
Nah.
The Bucks survived!
The Bucks is the only one that wants to show up right quick. Hold on, what's going on, man? And then, it's wilding on me.
This is like doing bracketology before the college NCAA basketball tournament.
I know, right? There we go. Got to click it a few times. Internet be interneting. San Fran versus Dallas. See, this is the thing. Like, I think if the Eagles ended up in this spot, they probably would have won this. But now,
see. This is the real team that should have been in the NFC Championship last year. This is the cream of the money right here. I'm playing this like a real sports fan right here. So third time's a charm for the Cowboys. I'm going Cowboys.
What you got, Coach?
Book it. Give me them boys.
Okay. I probably was gonna go with the boys too.
Oh, we in our first NFC Championship game since
my oldest daughter was in diapers.
Yellow fools, man.
The game against Kirk Cousins, 8:30. Oh, we got that.
All right, Raiders versus Patriots, man.
Oh man, snow game.
They want revenge. Are they gonna get it right now?
I'm gonna go Raiders.
That's one.
Raiders.
Tom Brady's go home. He's already been home.
Patriots go home. He missed the kick. That was a fumble. All right, Bengals versus Texans. You may have done enough by now, Coach. You might have done enough by now.
We go Bengals. Marie, he's done enough. Throw in the towel.
Hey, Marie,
you know what? I'm gonna let one of y'all make the decision. Give me the Texans. Like they see, baby, I wrote
it. Smart man. I left it for you, so you didn't have to make the last one. I left it out there for you. That's good. Look, hey, Coach, you got them further than any of their quarterbacks ever did. So,
hold on, are you advancing to Texas?
I'm trying not to. What's going on here? There we go.
Uh-oh. Championship Sunday.
This is crazy. What we got? Bengals, Raiders.
Ooh.
Dog, we can't. Sorry, Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Y'all still ain't win shit.
This
Y'all
Raiders
still
is
ain't
so
win shit.
classic,
Raiders
man.
It's
got
just
Super
so
Bowl.
good.
Even though it's long ago, we gonna go Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders, man, in the finals for the first time in forever. Vikings, Cowboys.
Now, I want to be Homer. I want to go Cowboys. You know, the two stupidest fan bases probably the Raiders and the Cowboys. But I'm gonna go Vikings in the situation. I'm gonna go to Vikings in the situation. That Viking headband is real good, man.
Okay,
I know it's prestige, and the Cowboys is prestige. You think of the NFL, you think of the Cowboy star, definitely. But styles and look, the Vikings, man.
Where you going, Coach?
Cowboys.
Ooh, he left it up to your boy. He left it up to his boy. Oh, that star, but let's fucking get it.
Damn, dog. Coach said he wasn't on the Dak train. He failed again. Kirk Cousins.
Somehow Kirk Cousins made it to a Super Bowl.
Oh, it may happen this year. It's high play.
Yeah, that happened. Who we got, fellas? What y'all got, man?
All right, man. So this game goes into overtime.
It does.
All the time gets to be played, I guess, in the new Super Bowl era. But NWA, that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna go to Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders was always gonna win this tournament. Their shit is bad, bro.
The Raiders just won with Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's fire. Jamarcus Russell turning over in his grave.
with the double cup.
With the double cup. Hey, yo, man. Look, we had fun. This was great. I appreciate y'all. Y'all made it fun too. Not too many landslides, which I'm glad we picked opposite to make it funner. More funner. I'm out here. Yeah,
Jake
man. So
take you to the Bengals in the finals, though they're both in the same section.
yeah, he tripping. Look at the bracket, bro.
Bracketology, guys, and hey, man, we're gonna do a lot of these. We're gonna try to get a lot of these implemented now because I like this one. Maybe
yeah, that's fun, bro. Like, yeah, we like those. Those are real fun to do.
Best quarterbacks or like position players or something of that aspect.
All that.
Season 4, man. We start with a blast, man. So
yeah,
everybody's tuned in, man, enjoying it. Like, share, subscribe. STWF Media. We on Facebook, STWF TV.
And guess what?
Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
all that. Join us. Be part of the family. And guess what? We're not done. We still got another topic, don't we?
Yes. Still got one more topic, man.
I believe it's the Man Tooks topic.
Yes.
I agree.
So, every year, every channel, every debater, every media outlet, something for someone, has their top players. It could be top 100, top 5, top 3. Some people just like one player specifically. But tonight, we have a list of the top 20 NFL players coming into this season. Now, it's a crazy list, as always. You always got your heavy load, get your download. But let's tune into this, man. It's interesting, man. It was great when I picked it. And let's zoom into it, man. We're going to go with the top 20. We're going to start at number 20. Number 20 on the list in his 7th season, Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stefon Diggs didn't show any signs of slowing down in 2022, but he did show frustration, and maybe this season will be the season where he lets all that frustration out in the field or he declines. But he did have 108 catches for 13.2 yards per catch, the best average of his 3 seasons with the Buffalo Bills. Coming in at number 19, Denver Bronco cornerback Patrick Surtain II, developed into one of the best cover players in the league last season. In his 2nd season, he had 4 picks, but really excelled in pass coverage. He's also a willing tackler in the run game. And as well, the Denver Broncos are looking to erase that horrendous season last year with Sean Payton now at the helm, Russell Wilson in his 2nd year, and they'll go prominent. But then they lose Tim Patrick today again, probably for the season, with another ACL injury. He suffered with one last year. So be on the lookout for that. Number 18, offensive tackles hit the list. Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles, best right tackle in the league. Sources say he is a force on the best offensive line in the league. Number 17, second wide receiver hits the list. Las Vegas Raiders star Devontae Adams. In his first season, he had 100 catches, 14 touchdowns, and showed he could play at a high level without a main big man QB. What's even more impressive is his per-catch average was a career high of 15.2. Now, I have a question for you guys in regards to Devontae Adams, because I've been hearing things circulating that he may request a trade depending on how this season goes for the Raiders.
Well, here come the Jets.
Does he end up a Jet? Because I'm hearing that might be the destination. Dude, guys, he's gone. If he gets traded, he'll be a Jet.
I think it'll be a Jet.
Yeah, of course. He loved him some AA Ron.
At number 16, you know wide receivers get paid money, and this man is looking for a big payday possibly after this season and re up. Jamal Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals limited to 12 games because of injury last year, but he still caught 87 balls, 9 touchdowns, and has established himself as one of the best in the league. And the case can be made that he's the best unless Justin Jefferson's coming with the gritty on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And we'll probably hear his name later on the list. But we're at 15 right now. We're not at 1 yet. We are at Sauce Gardner right now.
Troublemaker.
Yes. As a rookie, he was one of the best corners in the league, showing off his outstanding cover skills. He will be on the list for a long time if he stays healthy. Shout out to the young man, Sauce. You get a respectable QB on the other side, and hopefully you guys can connect together. Bought him a chain that's got the number 8 on it. You know, trying to hit one of Aaron's girls, possibly. We don't know. We'll see how the season goes. This one, number 14. This man still has high praise around the league. Great name around the league. He's currently injured after being injured at training camp last week. Jalen Ramsey of the Miami Dolphins traded this offseason, but not for talent reasons. He still plays at a high level and can do a lot of things for a defense. He'll miss probably the first few weeks of the season. He will be special in Vic Fangio's defense. And hopefully he gets well soon. Got number 13, defensive end Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs, leading on interior lineman with 15.5 sacks with his dominant playing and the Chiefs Super Bowl run. He's a true game reckoner. Number 12, second Miami Dolphin making the list, and that's Tyreek Hill, who recently just said that when he retires, he was going to retire a Miami Dolphin. Now on the Chiefs side. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But in his first season with the Dolphins, showed that he can be dominant without Patrick. Even though he didn't get a ring, he still got some personal accolades, that he got last year. 119 catches for 1,710 yards. He's talking 2,000 yards this season, and who could doubt him? So, guys, we got to ask you this. Is there a 2,000-yard season coming up for Tyreek Hill? I don't think so. I don't think Tua has the mobility. Well, not the mobility. I don't think he can stay on the field long enough for Tyreek to do that. I don't think so.
Honestly, he could, and I mean this because he has, but he could have Mahomes again, and he wasn't going to get 2,000 yards because Waddle's on the other side. They're going to give him the rock.
Right, definitely. Number 11, and we had a party the other day, me and the family. So shout out to my cousin, man. Dude's a monster, man. My man, my little cousin, TJ Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers, after being the NFL Defensive Player in 2021, limited to 10 games. I told him stop hitting homegirls from the back all the time. Missed 10 games because of injury, and he only had 5.5 sacks. Expect him to be more like his 2001 self this season. Yeah, he's practicing celibacy. He's practicing being by himself. TJ's gonna be a force this year, man, and hopefully that Steelers defense rise to the top.
Also, the last person we heard talk about being celibate got their ass beat a couple nights ago. Spence.
Yo, but you see his face?
Yeah, I saw the fight. He got beat.
No, I didn't see the fight and all that because shout out to that. Yo, his face.
Yeah, that's
whiplash. Trent Williams, number 10, the offensive tackle for the San Francisco 49ers, best left tackle in the league. I swear they said that. Well, probably right tackle they said about Lane Johnson, but this guy's on the left-hand side, which is a big part of what the 49ers do on offense. He just dominates his opponents.
Right quick, I saw a little video about him with it was on a pod. I forget whose podcast, but it was a bunch of athletes talking about like football players talking about him. They were like, "Yo," they were like, he's not a left. Yeah. They was like, he's not a left tackle. That man's an athlete who just happens to block. They showed plays of him running, full sprinting, taking out like mad people. Like Trent different.
And if he's that guy on that side, then this guy number 9 is definitely the opposite of him on the other side. And that's Los Angeles Rams defensive lineman Aaron Donald. Limited to 11 games last season, just had 5 sacks. At 32, his complimented retirement, leaving the game, but he's still here looking to make some type of impact, which he will be. I don't know if his team will. But the question is he starting to slow down? Or will this be a bounce back year for an all-time great? Will this be the last year Aaron Donald plays professional football?
It could be, just because I think he's too loyal to leave, or they're not going to trade him, and he's not going to want to keep playing on the team that's not going nowhere. What I will say is this: at 32 years old at the defensive tackle position, to still be a top 10 player is insane. He spent a good portion of his career basically being the best player in the league. So this is unbelievable. He's just a monster.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Oh, first ballot. He might go unanimous.
Now we going into the prime of the prime. We're getting up in the list. Number 8. Of course, man, Jerry's guys got to be man. Linebacker, Micah Parsons. He has essentially morphed into an off-ball linebacker and an elite edge rusher, registering 13.5 sacks last season. That takes a lot of talent, yes. And I hope this year the Cowboys don't have him running around like a goddamn monkey. You know what I'm saying? If he's stabilized, I mean, you can move in multiple spots, but if he's stabilized for the most part, this man will have fucking 20 sacks.
Yeah, and they put guys around him that, if you try to double him, are going to make you pay. So it's going to be real interesting to see how the league deals with him this year.
Definitely. Rolling at number 7, another wide receiver on the list, Justin Jefferson. Is he the best wide receiver in football?
Yes.
I think Chad spoke up and said otherwise, though.
Said Jamar Chase?
Chad said, look, he said Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are unbelievable players, and they're next up, I promise. They're right there. He was like, but we ain't going to just forget about Devontae Adams. He said, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, so Devontae, I'll say in terms of longevity, Devontae, definitely you crack one on the list. But if you're going to say, if you're going to go what the critics usually say is the way too early list, yeah, Jamal and Jefferson is probably 1-2, or you can switch it up. Devontae's still over there, though. Led the NFL in catches 128 and yards 1809, while also leading reception to 20 or more yards 28, and also had some bad games. We're not going to mention that. That's his team overall. At the end of the day, he goes out there and does his own thing. So sometimes the numbers could be bad, but that's just how star players are at times in any type of game. There can be struggles on any given night. You know what I'm saying? It can happen.
Also, I'll say that this list is great, but I will say there's already like 2, maybe even 3 receivers on this list of like ahead of Devontae Adams. I think that's a little wild.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they're going on based on the longevity. Like they
got Tyreek Hill don't belong ahead of him.
Right. They got the 2 bucks in the middle with Jefferson and Parsons coming up basically. Number 6, this guy's been around. And once Gronk left, he said, this is my area now. Mm-hmm. Gronk ain't coming back, so I'm gonna be the big dog for a bit. 110 passes last year, 12 touchdowns, and that's Travis Kelce beating up his teammates already in training camp. Solidified his position at the top tight end and one of the best weapons in the league. Probably one of the best tight ends of all time, hitting that Espinal too. And he can be covered with one man. No way, dude's a beast. As long as he has Patrick Mahomes throwing him the rock, dude's gonna be a monster. He should never ever move ever in his life.
I mean, he was a problem when Alex Smith was throwing to him.
No. Yeah.
He just got even better. Yeah.
Yeah. It probably comes with more jewelry. That's
yeah. And also, as you get older, you definitely need the better.
You want Rolexes and jewelry and cars. You want to look like a player. Hey, keep Patrick Mahomes now. Stay with him.
Money in the cars in the
house. He just want to be successful, man. Number 5, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is still a top 5 according to CBS Sports. Defensive end for the Cleveland Browns is tied for second in the league at sacks at 16. And last year he missed a few games too. He got in a car crash actually. Remains one of the most dominant S plays in the league. I think he's traded this year or the year after. I don't think he's a
really. That's fascinating.
Now they added some pass rush help. his numbers might be even better this season. Yeah, because at the end of the day, he's a guy. I mean, you don't want the Browns. We don't know what type of team they're gonna be. So I feel like he's a guy that can be on the team. Like Aaron Donald's hitting an age right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's coming in retirement. I think this guy has that attitude where he can help a team get over the top on the defensive side. And I feel like his days with the Browns are numbered. That's just me.
I hope so for his sake.
Yes, me too. Definitely. Number 4.
Come on down over here.
I think the guy's gonna hold out because of contract disputes, and that's Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, 18.5 sacks last year, showing his dominance on one of the league's best defenses. Now, will Nick Bosa get paid right now? Will he get paid before the season starts?
Yeah, they're in the for some reason they're in the mindset of thinking like their defense is so solid all around that they could do it without him, and they've had some solid games and stretches when he's been out. But I think they need to think twice about that craziness because you ain't gonna be the same. Yeah, no, they could pick up the corpse of Reggie White. It's not gonna matter. Like he's a problem. Like,
fellas, who's your top 3 quarterbacks in the game right now?
Top 3 QBs.
Top 3 QBs in the league right now.
Number 1 would be Mahomes.
Patty. Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow would be number 2 for me as well. And I'm gonna still ride. Until who?
Hurts.
No, we gotta stop this narrative.
Why we gotta stop this, Will?
We gotta stop this. We gotta stop this narrative.
As much as it pains me to say it,
I gotta go with Josh over him. You put Josh on that Eagles team, they might not lose a game.
So
yeah,
you got Hurts. There's no sign of So we're just taking Josh Allen off the list.
I got Josh up there.
Josh. Okay, man, because the last three players on this list are all quarterbacks.
That makes sense. It's not like the NFL.
You mentioned 3 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts is not on this list. Actually, I want to just let you know where Hurts is. You know, before we go into the
75. No, so let me stop.
Maybe because so far we're at 30. He's not here yet. Okay, Jalen Hurts is 31 for the QB position. Then Aaron Rodgers is 29.
And they got Trevor ahead of him. Good. I'm glad they got Herbert ahead of him. Good.
And Herbert at 22. And I think that's all for the QB position until we hit this 3-2-1. Okay. Number 3, Joe Burrow, heading to his 4th season. He's developed into one of the game's best quarterbacks. He thinks with a calm, cool way that makes you think Joe Montana. And you know why he's number 3 on this list? Because of what happened the other day. And I don't know when this list was made, but it's a fair list. I'm not going to say based off the game. Joe Burrow has game. He's definitely a better quarterback than Josh Allen in my eyes. But
I'm going to say
availability counts a lot, and Josh Allen is available. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that, but one man's been to a bowl, even being less available.
One man's been to no. We know what he can do when he's healthy, but the question is in the NFL, you don't want to play Russian roulette with the injury bug. You don't want to do that. But in this here, Joe Burrow will obviously be number 2 once one starts or whatever. But yeah, number 2, Josh Allen on the list. Buffalo Bill. The window's closing, Josh, man, and you may be the reason. And the idea that Josh Allen didn't play well last season as well as he did in 2021 is off base. His numbers were just as good as he threw 35 touchdowns and 14 picks. He just was asked to do too much. No, he started to do too much. The problem was he started to do too much, I felt. And that's why he ended up in the situation he was in. Now he has to rekindle a relationship with his primetime receiver. He has to gain that love that he had a couple seasons ago with the fans. You know, this is the start of Josh. We need one. And you're not giving us one. You're going to start hearing those chants. You're not going to see another QB come out in Buffalo this year. But you're going to hear a lot of boos if Josh Allen does not get the job done.
And hold up. Before we go to number 1, we got the man, the myth, the legend. We got Mr. Unk in the building.
Return of the Unk. Right.
It is.
Yeah, what's the Well with it.
And he's muted again. We can't hear you, brother. My man got so much to say.
Hopefully you get him.
Oh shit! Look, hey, there it is. Rewind. There it is. Not thank you for a goddamn entrance, man. Like shit. What's down, fellas?
What's
up?
He's over
Appreciate
here.
it.
You know.
I was like, man, I walked in. I didn't know if it was class session or y'all was actually talking sports. Man, I heard too reading from the whiteboard and shit. It was a struggle, man. I was in there like jump rope. I didn't know whether to talk, come in, or wait for my cue. I was getting dizzy backstage.
You gotta hit him, man. Derek Carr's actually number 1 on the list.
Get out of here, you man.
Thank you. Why you think I pulled up on y'all?
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, not even Unc himself believe that shit. That's crazy.
Hey, in the words of Jay-Z, I'm number 1 on everybody's list. Let's see what happens when I no longer exist.
And
number 1 on the
man,
list.
I gotta put the Sashes on to block the haters, man. You know what I'm saying?
Patty Mahomes, man.
Hey yo, get him, Jake. That's a tap out reference. Jay talks about how he don't mess with the people with glasses on at night or inside.
I thought hit my Ray Charles on you, man.
Oh man, yo, a pleasure to have you, bro, man. Thank you for coming back to the podcast, man.
Hey,
how'd you
glad y'all held it down. Y'all did a great job holding it down. I ain't want nothing. I just came to do my who that is, Russell Simmons thing. God bless. Peace. Till tomorrow, man. I'll be on.
Absolutely. By winning the second Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes winning another MVP, putting himself in a conversation for all-time greats, and he's still young at 27. If you had to make a list right now, 1 through 10, where you putting Patty Mahomes on that list?
Of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Yep.
Or like, oh shit, Shea Davis. He's at least top 5 in my opinion.
Really?
And I know like more stats have to happen, but like I'm gonna like yo, just from raw talent, there's nothing he can't do.
I'm be real with you. I agree.
Really?
I agree with Will. I would agree with 5 right now, but if you did, I wouldn't argue with you. I would say 6, maybe. Just based on what he has more to do. But if he left the game right now, he's gonna be on a lot of people's list. Top 5, possibly number 1 or 2.
Yeah, like obviously for my stance, he has to just maintain. But all he has to do is maintain. He don't even gotta keep. I don't even think he gotta win that many more. Like he got 2 rings.
Marino.
He got 2. Yeah, he can Marino the rest of his career. Like if he just numbers it out, it's gonna be crazy because he already got 2 rings, man.
Man, so who is your top 5? Will?
Mine?
Yeah.
All right, Brady 1.
Okay.
Manning 2. Montana 2. Manning 3.
Troy 4.
Troy's not even. Get him out of here. Then it's like, so Marino got the numbers and Breeze got numbers too, but like Marino did the numbers when no one was.
It was a running league.
Like, yeah, nobody was doing those numbers when Marino did those numbers.
He's throwing 4 and 5,000 yards back then.
Yeah, when that nobody was sniffing at. So I got to give it to Marino over Breeze, and then that's 4, and then your boy Mahomes is. I think he's already there. I think just because again, I know a lot of this is stat based. The first 4 guys I named, they all got the accolades and everything, but. This man, how old is Mahomes right now? 26, 27?
And those 27. Guys you named, Essex
27
Brady,
years old.
Those,
2 rings.
Brady, Montana, not reaching those guys. Those other guys, they had the accolades first, and then if they got a ring, they got it. Patrick got the ring right now, and now all you have to do is, like you said, stay potent, average 3,900 yards a year, which he can in a passing league, and he's good to go. Literally good to go.
Yeah, my man named Unitas. You ain't watch a single fucking snap of Unitas play football.
Now, my top 5, man. I'm gonna go Peyton Brady, obviously. No time of the game. I'm gonna go Kurt Warner at number 3.
Wowzers.
Okay. At number 4, I'm gonna go, and this is my guy right here. Big time Steve McNair. Definitely going Steve McNair at number 4. My number 5 favorite quarterback is probably coach is gonna fucking be crazy.
Oh, did you change this to favorites from?
No. My top 5. This is my top 5. My top 5 personal top 5 guys. Romo's my guy, number 5. I don't even know what. Romo's my guy. Romo my guy. Hey, I'm gonna tell you real. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna hold you. This is what we just have a celebration.
It's a my fave. This ain't the
Romo my guy.
This ain't the greatest rappers of all time. It's just my favorite rappers all time.
Now,
okay, fair enough.
You might stretch it and stretch it, but me and you definitely see Romo in a different light. And I understand you, and I agree with a lot of things you say about him. But I just feel like that was probably the last life we had in Dallas. That was probably like, because Dak's not doing it for us right now. That was the guy, right? Romo was the guy for the break it stand. Like in all aspects, it was like it was a bad story. My brother told me when we played Denver one year. Remember the high scoring game against Denver? The high scoring game against Denver when Dallas lost on a Romo mistake. My brother said, "Yo, there's some quarterbacks that are good, but they just got bad luck. Tony Romo has got bad luck. It was just bad luck. Good. He go out there and his numbers match the guys that were playing at that time. His numbers were great against them, but it just came down to the bad luck situation. He had bad luck.
Man,
as a man who watched Brady have some of the best luck, I can understand some bad luck, but there's other guys who
my man's was a placeholder and fuck the snap up. If that's not bad luck, I don't know what to do.
That's the one play in his career that has nothing to do with luck. He fucking blew it.
Hold on. I got to defend Tony. Hold on. I got to defend Tony in that one. That ball was greasy as fuck.
Come on. We talk about greasy balls now.
That's shiny ass football, man.
So
they changed the rule right after that.
Time out. Your whole defense is a pause, greasy balls. Like, come on, man.
Go back and look at that play. That ball was shiny. That ball looked like Kojak.
We go jealous on that shit.
Hey, man. Nah, Unitas, he can't be top 5, man. He just can't no more.
Okay, so let me give y'all my top 5. Coach's top 5 quarterback. Number 1, much as I can't stand the guy, I got to give Brady his props. He delivers. Number 2, my man Joe Montana. Been a fan since the Cotton Bowl when he beat the University of Houston.
Yeah, smoked him.
Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 4, John Elway. And number 5 is kind of it's a toss-up. I got to get Marino in there. But Warren Moon's a close 6.
Warren Moon was filthy. And he didn't get enough time in the league like he should have.
And just to put it in perspective for y'all, we were talking about my man Dan Marino earlier. In 1984, his second year in the league, he threw for 5,084 yards.
Yeah.
At 64% completion.
He had the guys too. I'm not gonna
super duper in Clayton. Yeah. He had
some runners, some absolute runners, man.
48 touchdowns, 17 interceptions that year.
And he had Mercury Morris too on the backfield. Like that team was crazy.
And even he retired in 90. When he retired, 99. He retired
ahead of everybody, basically, in everything, except for rings.
Yeah. But he still.
How did they not win?
Who was coming out back then? Well, you had
that's some Cowboys time, isn't it?
Broncos, right?
You had the Broncos doing their thing.
Okay.
Because they was even though they was getting beat up every damn year. You had Buffalo doing their thing,
but not winning, just getting there and
just getting there.
Yeah,
so he had it pretty hard.
Oh wait, Mercury Morris wasn't on the Marino teams. Nah, he wasn't. He was greasy. He was greasy. Yeah, he was greasy.
That conference was tough for you back then. The AFC East.
Absolutely.
Wasn't there another team? Wasn't the Colts in that division too? But that was later on in life. That's like the 90s. They expanded, right?
Wait, the Colts were at one point.
And the AFC East.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, with the Patriots.
That's when they had 3 divisions.
Yeah, that was the last team in the AFC East.
Yeah.
They aligned it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They aligned it. Right. Because wasn't Seattle in the AFC too?
They
was
were.
They in the West?
They
was
were
in AFC West.
Huh. Jason Sehorn days.
Jason Sehorn.
Fastest white boy we ever seen.
Well, Christian McCaffrey right now.
Yeah.
Might get those 16 M's.
Man, that's a fun little exercise, man. Of course, we can always do that. We can always revisit that.
Oh, you definitely gonna revisit that because, like you said, lists has changed, positional rankings change. You know, with fantasy football is definitely gonna change in some aspects, and we're gonna tap all that in this season, man. The play call sheet, we ain't done. We every single Monday. We're going to be here chatting about the most interesting football topics along with our own topics, man. We're going to mix it in and out. And if you haven't caught the play call sheet before, caught your first one, this is the off-season edition. So just imagine when we in season mode.
I gotta be honest. We brought it like we was in mid-season.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The show was
Except for the technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, that was preseason shit.
I felt like my computer was trying to tell me my computer was trying to say that she was sick, and I wasn't listening. And then she got a little sick, so we had to take care of it. And she's back to the beauty that she is.
Absolutely. You got for shout outs tonight.
Man, shout out to everybody who joined us. Shout out to Unc for sliding up on us, man. Shout out to just the chat was lit up today. Shout out to you fellas for bringing some great topics, and shout out to Dale and B Train for their little segment, man. Here's Bruce. Was it Beers and Brew? I'm always all over the place with the name.
BS and Beer.
BS and Beer, man, doing their thing. Like, yo, man, shout out to the brand. We doing big things, and we only gonna do it bigger for the rest of this year and moving forward.
Man, listen, I want to give a shout out to everybody uptown, downtown, all around town. You know how it is. Season 4, episode 1 in the books. I want to shoot episode 2 now. Y'all down? You know what I'm saying? Putting it on, man. Much respect to you on this Monday night, man. We gonna get it in tomorrow. It's the chickadee chop up. Until then, you won't hear me no more. My shout out for the night.
MVP of the chat. Jake's cheating ass commenting from 2 different names. But he held it down, man. Him and the bottom line came through here too. Bottom line was in here. So, but yeah, Jake, man, even though you should be on here, you was on here. We appreciate you.
Shout out to you, Bree. We see you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Shout out, man. We got a pretty good list tonight. Shout out to Chris, Bobby, Jake, Marie, Joey, Tim, Lewis, Unc, Bernard, Chris St. Clair, Kawan, Kyrie, Vanell, Daryl, Bottom Line Sports, Anthony, and Bree. We appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys tonight as we knock the dust off and everything, get ready for some gridiron and this our year, baby. No.
Yeah.
That's right, man. You know, you're going to see a lot of things on this season, too, including Tuquan in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned, man. You know, we on the road to Tuquan in Dallas, man.
Man, hey, you supposed to be attracting fans. Come on, man.
I am. I'm attracting people to come on. It's going to be a good journey out there, man. You know, life of a Cowboys fan, man.
All I got to say, when y'all come down here, bring your high blood pressure pills and your asthma medicine, because we're going to eat, and eat.
I don't got none of that shit. Probably by the time I leave Texas, I probably need that shit. I don't know.
We appreciate y'all. Like the guys said, man, hang out with your boys tomorrow at 7:30 for the chickadee chop up. We're going to do our thing. Appreciate now hanging out with us. Number love. Peace.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.